Welcome to Fantasy Audiobook, Lord of All. My hero has hundreds of millions of supermodels. Chapter 61. This madman, does he know what he's talking about? He wants to kill Lin Jumping. Doesn't he know how powerful this character who often appears on TV is? The classmates were shocked and looked at Su Xiao as if they were a fool. Even Qi Yun was stunned. He thought Su Xiao wanted to complain to Lin Jumping because of something. The result is that I want to kill you as soon as I open my mouth. Isn't this nonsense? Let's not talk about the deep hatred between you. With your strength, can you move someone's finger? Talking about killing. Lin Jumping is one of the top 10 lords in Qingzhou. He is 57 years old this year, but has 39 years of experience as a lord. Moreover, they are still the lords of the endless world. The level is as high as 65, and the strength is profound and unpredictable. There were even other top 10 lords in Qingzhou who claimed that they had never seen Lin Jumping at his full strength. You, a new lord who has been developing in the endless world for 7 days, challenge Lin Jumping. Everyone's eyes became playful, as if they were looking at a fool. Even Qi Yun sighed. As soon as Su Xiao said these words, his whole life could be said to be ruined. You have a grudge against Lin Jumping, so why not keep it secret, develop it secretly, and challenge it again when you become stronger? Moreover, Lin Jumping was not alone. There is also a bliss house behind him, where many capable people are enshrined. There are many lords who have been eliminated by the endless world, and the lords have been senior for decades. Even if he can't advance further in his lifetime, his strength is still terrifying. You Su Xiao, how can you fight with them? Not to mention that Su Xiao did not have any background power behind him, even the Qi family had to treat Lin Jumping respectfully. Kill me, ha 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 ha. Lin Jumping laughed loudly, and his voice was as loud as rolling thunder. The shock caused many newcomer lords to cover their ears. The shock caused the dancers on the stage to turn pale and retreat. Just standing near him can make you feel flustered. That laughter, like the sound of thunder drums, struck people's hearts. The drum beats are synchronized with the heartbeat, making your heart tremble. Even the newcomer lords present, all of whom were the top newcomer lords in Qingzhou, could no longer bear it at this moment and retreated one after another. For a moment, people turned over on their backs. Those standing in front of Lin Jumping were only looking at Su Xiao and Su Luoluo. Su Luoluo looked at the frightened people curiously. Don't understand why they were so flustered by laughter. Su Xiao, you are very good. Lin Jumping did not hide the admiration in his eyes and said, I don't know if there is any misunderstanding between us. It looks like. Lin Jumping glanced at Su Luoluo. This sister was bullied. This servant doesn't know how to behave properly. On behalf of Jilajai, I apologize to you. With that said, Lin Jumping bowed towards Su Xiao. Seeing this scene, all the lords were shocked. The students who graduated from Qingzhou Middle School were even more shocked. He quickly took out his mobile phone and started recording this scene. Some of the journalists who were invited had already opened their notebooks and written their headlines. Open black lens bracket shock. The top 10 lords of Qingzhou bowed their heads to a new lord. Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket shock. Lin Jumping apologizes. Where is the master? Close black lens bracket. Whether it is the loss of morality or the distortion of human nature, let's look at the secret of Lin Jumping's illegitimate child. Close black lens bracket. In an instant, countless people came up with extremely exciting content. An 18-year-old new lord threatened to kill Lin Jumping. Lin Jumping instead apologized to the other party. If they said there was nothing to do with each other, no one would believe it. Qi Yun was also shocked. Looking at this posture, it does look like a father-son game. Is it possible that Su Xiao, who abandoned his wife and children in his early years and became a lord, is seeking revenge? The boss's bending shocked everyone on the entire floor. The people standing behind Su Xiao even retreated to both sides, not daring to accept Lin Jumping's bow. Su Xiao said nothing and still looked at Lin Jumping expressionlessly. He patted Su Luoluo's shoulder. Su Luoluo immediately understood what Su Xiao meant and trotted all the way to Long Chao Chao's side. In the crowd, a young figure wearing a hood silently watched Su Luoluo. The Lord said that Su Luoluo's life safety was greater than his. Seeing that Su Xiao didn't respond, the smile on Lin Jumping's face gradually faded. What do you want? Lin Jumping's eyes showed a trace of impatience. I said that. I'm going to kill you. Su Xiao's tone seemed to be filled with the chill from the 9 nether hells, making people feel bone-chilling. Arrogant. Lin Jumping's voice was like thunder, and his anger was rising. The people in the hall have retreated to the wall, huddled together. The dancer on the stage has disappeared. Qi Yun looked at Su Xiao silently and swallowed. This guy is really brave. Just because you are Lin Jumping's illegitimate son, are you not afraid? Arrogant. Abducting children and seizing homes, who can be as arrogant as you? Su Xiao sneered. After hearing this, everyone looked stunned. It turns out, isn't it a father-son bureau? Then where did Su Xiao get the courage to challenge Lin Jumping like this? Challenging the authority of Jilajai. The reporters present trembled and closed their laptops. Lin Jumping was completely angry and appeared in front of Su Xiao. He reached out and pinched Su Xiao's neck. Everyone in the audience held their breath and watched this scene. A lord with a level of 65 took action against a new lord. At the same time, Long Chao Chao became excited. Starting today, the whole world will get to know Su Xiao again. Even if Su Xiao can withstand one move from Lin Jumping, it will be enough to become famous all over the world. It's been too long since I took action in Blue Star. People seem to have forgotten how he got the name of one of the top 10 lords in Qingzhou. Lin Jumping's eyes were sinister. 10 years ago, when he reached level 60, he became one of the top 10 lords in Qingzhou. He practices the rare 3-star lord technique, and his attribute growth coefficient is as high as 36 points. His strength is shocking. Lord Lin Jumping. Level 65. Health value 21,450. Physical strength 2,730. Spell strength 32. Physical defense 2,145. Spell defense 1755. Just his attribute panel, if released, would be enough to shock Kyushu. Not to mention the top 10 lords of Qingzhou. Even competing for the title of the top 10 lords of Kyushu is not without a chance. However, Lin Jumping is very ambitious, and he is not willing to just develop his territory in the endless world. He stretched out his hand to the blue star. In the lord class of level 60 in the endless world. Compared with the lords of other civilizations, he is relatively ordinary. But in Blue Star Kyushu, he is among the top figures. Therefore, Lin Jumping enjoys life here in Qingzhou more than the endless world. He developed Bliss House in an attempt to gain power. In order to achieve rapid development, anything can be done. He also has the power to calm all dissatisfaction. The 5 fingers of his broad palm stretched out, like steel pliers, to pinch Su Xiao's neck. Lin Jumping's ugly face was distorted with pleasure. He had already expected to twist this arrogant guy like a chicken. Lord Tianzhao missed the boss at the start. A rare hero at the start. No matter how great your potential is, you must develop it to be powerful. Since it can't be used by me, then destroy it. Lin Jumping has already decided Su Xiao's future. He didn't even want to kill Su Xiao. He wanted to skin Su Xiao and cramp her, blind her eyes and cut out her tongue to make her lose the ability to commit suicide. They were fed various drugs, imprisoned forever, and tortured forever. The Lord is immortal. Can you be resurrected and reborn? So what? There are countless lords imprisoned in the dungeon of Jilajai. Lin Jumping smiled. He is going to choke Su Xiao. Aha! Su Xiao calmly waved the scarlet wicker in her hand. Boom! Thunder flashed outside the window. The bright lightning instantly illuminated Kishin restaurant like daylight. The flash covered the light, and people subconsciously closed their eyes. The next second, when you open your eyes, looking at the palm that fell to the ground, looking at the astonished Lin Jumping, looking at the bleeding wrist, looking at the neat sections of muscles and bones, everyone was at a loss. What happened? Health value 2325. Severing limb attack. Close black lens bracket. Looking at the own data displayed by Tiandao terminal. Look at the plummeting health value. Lin Jumping looked at Su Xiao blankly. What did he do? Did he use an extremely powerful legendary treasure? No, he just waved the blood-stained wicker stick. High speed. No, not too fast. With his strength, he was able to see that he was obviously slowing down on purpose. How can this be? How could a lord who had developed in the endless world for 7 days use a willow stick to cut off his own hand? Even if he is not wearing armor. The physical defense strength of the body is also as high as 2,145 points. Su Xiao was able to use the wicker to deal such terrifying 4-digit damage. Doesn't it mean that he doesn't use weapons and his physical strength is as high as 4,470? Fear spread in Lin Jumping's heart. Swish, swish, swish. Scarlet wicker waves. Su Xiao cut off the flesh on Lin Jumping's wrist piece by piece like a slice. Cut to the elbow, cut to the shoulder. In the blink of an eye, Lin Jumping's entire right hand was gone. The students looked at this scene in horror and held their breath. A young man like them. A new lord of their generation. Cut off Lin Jumping's arm with overwhelming force. Ho! Lin Jumping roared angrily. He clenched his left hand into a fist, fighting spirit gushing out. In an instant, fighting energy spurted out, and a thick ball of silver light clung to his fist. He hit Su Xiao's head hard. Aha! The wicker as thin as a branch easily cut through the silvery fighting spirit that penetrated the body. Cut off Lin Jumping's fist. Then, it was exactly the same. Lin Jumping's left arm was also flattened by Su Xiao. Lin Jumping looked at Su Xiao's calm eyes, his lips trembling, but in the end he could not utter a harsh word. Everyone in the audience looked at Lin Jumping, who had lost his arm, and did not dare to express their anger. Although there is an infinite world, there are infinite opportunities. But this Su Xiao is so powerful that it's terrifying. Qi Yun looked at Su Xiao with emotion in his eyes. Even if you have rare military buildings and practiced rare techniques, it seems, it's not enough for him to remember his name. Little one, you seem to be having too much fun. An old voice sounded. Lin Jumping's eyes immediately lit up. Mr. Mo, help me. As high as level 65, if you die and your level drops, you don't know how much effort it will take to make it up. Lin Jumping was very afraid of death. Play. Su Xiao looked at the old man who suddenly appeared, standing in the center of the high platform. He also knew this old man. The retirement controversy in the past 2 years had been very turbulent. Every qualified lord withdraws from the endless world and returns to Blue Star. A retirement ceremony will be held to mark the end of one's career as a lord. In Su Xiao's view, they have all been eliminated by the endless world, and doing such a good thing is completely unnecessary and a waste of material and financial resources. Abandoning his territory and his people, and using the name of escape as retirement, he couldn't understand this kind of human sophistication. He admired those lords who died fighting in the endless world along with their territories. If his territory is lost, he will never run away. He will choose to fight with Milty and the others until the last moment. The old man's name is Mo Xingqiao. He is the first lord of Blue Star. He quit the endless world 2 years ago and has been a lord for nearly 50 years. As the first lord of Blue Star, he was very powerful. The first lord has the blessing of the entire Blue Star's luck. 52 years ago, Blue Star first came into contact with the endless world. At that time, lords with rare 7-star and rare 8-star lord skills were frequently born. The strongest contemporary Blue Star is also the first lord. Mo Xingqiao no longer has the name of lord, but his strength is even better than the top 10 lords of Qingzhou. He used to be one of the top 10 lords in Qingzhou, and ranked in the top 3. In this way, we can know how exaggerated his level of strength is. Looking at the old man who is highly respected in Qingzhou and even the mayor respects him, the students present felt a little overwhelmed. It is said that Mo Xingqiao's level is close to level 80. The lord skills he practiced reached a rare 7-star level. The rare 7-star lord technique has an attribute growth coefficient of up to 48 points. According to Mo Xingqiao's level 79, there are 3,792 free attribute allocation points. In addition, his natural attribute growth reaches level 79. Scary. Why, isn't this conflict among you young people called play? You said you are the same. The Qingzhou Avenue is covered with blood, and the rain can't wash it away. They killed everyone who came all the way, but we are wiping your butt. Young man, your murderous intent is too strong. Mo Xingqiao stared at Su Xiao with cloudy eyes. Listening to Mo Xingqiao's words, everyone present was frightened. Good guy, Su Xiao, actually fought all the way here. How many people did he kill? What the hell happened? There is such resentment, such deep-seated hatred. Mr. Mo. Lin Jumping hurriedly staggered to Mo Xingqiao's side. What do you mean? Mo Xingqiao frowned and looked at Lin Jumping. It's just that the people below don't know how to behave and hurt his daughter. Just a skin injury. Tell me about this. I also apologized to him, but he didn't accept it either. Lin Jumping was so aggrieved that he almost burst into tears. Considering his status, the apology can be said to be a great deal of face. But this guy Su Xiao doesn't play his cards according to common sense at all. No matter whose child is bullied, protect your shortcomings again. It's impossible to kill dozens of other people, right? Even if he, the boss, apologizes in person, there will be no end. A skin wound. Hearing Lin Jumping express his grievances, there was an uproar in the venue. Only then did everyone remember the little girl who walked in holding Su Xiao's hand. Everyone looked at Su Luoluo. Seeing everyone looking at her, Su Luoluo lowered her head in embarrassment. Damn, this is really a skin injury. A superficial wound, killing dozens of people, and even beating up their boss. There was a smell of urine. Damn it, who the FKP'd? Gone. You don't even know where this place is, how can you defecate anywhere? A bunch of angry curses sounded, and the crowd pushed to both sides. But they didn't want to miss this opportunity to eat melon and were unwilling to go downstairs. Anyway, they are all new lords, they are not afraid of death, and they will not suffer much loss if they die. It's worth it to witness tonight's battle at the cost of level 1. From the separated crowd, one person emerged independently. Zhao Zhang's legs were trembling and he smiled apologetically. Oh my god, this Su Xiao is simply a murderer. I remembered that I had ridiculed Su Xiao's words in order to agree with Qi Yun. Zhao Shang was terrified inside. Fortunately, Su Xiao didn't see him at all, otherwise. Zhao Shang looked at Su Luoluo and swallowed. From today on, no one will dare to mess with this little girl who is 8 or 9 years old. Any skin injury can turn Su Xiao into a murderous demon. If he just cursed lightly, wouldn't his whole family be wiped out? Little guy, tell me your purpose. Mo Xingqiao looked at Su Xiao and softened his attitude a little. In his opinion, Lin Jumping was sincere, but not thoughtful. No compensation was made. Making such a big fuss is just for profit. I will uproot the Paradise House. I want to see Lin Jumping once and kill Lin Jumping once. No one can stop me. Even if it's you. Boom. Amidst the lightning and thunder, half of Su Xiao's stern face was illuminated. Presumptuous. Mo Xingqiao glared. Su Xiao staggered as if she had been hit hard, and blood spilled from the corner of her mouth. He wiped his mouth, looked at Mo Xingqiao, and smiled. Are you also from Jilajai? I am the worshipper of Jilajai. Mo Xingqiao's eyes were like lightning, full of majesty. That's good. I don't have any psychological burden if I kill like this. Su Xiao held the willow branch tightly. The crowd was shocked. This Su Xiao is really crazy. A violent momentum surged from Mo Xingqiao's body. It directly shattered the dome. There was a thunderstorm, and the new lords huddled together and looked at Mo Xingqiao in horror. Do they want to witness the strength of a hidden powerhouse like King Zhou? Everyone's expressions became excited. Just stepped into the realm of Lord. Most of the new lords present are at level 10. Only a handful of territories have reached level 2 and can break through the upper limit of level 10. Compared with the past self, there are earth-shaking changes. But in front of Mo Xingqiao, he was still like an ant. The momentum alone made them almost breathless. I really don't know what kind of terrifying pressure Su Xiao must bear when facing Mo Xingqiao. My building. Qi Yun wanted to cry but had no tears. This Kishan restaurant is the property of the Qi family. After he became the lord, it was already assigned to his name. Unexpectedly, it was not enough to cover up the heat. After a long time, the roof of the building was lifted. He didn't dare to say even half a word. The rest of you are waiting. Retreat quickly, you will die soon, but don't blame me for not warning you. The rain flowed down the wrinkles on Mo Xingqiao's face. He stared at Su Xiao indifferently. The lord technique practiced by Mo Xingqiao belongs to the legal system. As a spiritual master, he has 10,000 ways to kill Su Xiao. However, he will not be so cheap. Su Xiao. He was going to make this young man pay a heavy price. Who doesn't have a chance in the endless world? He was so rampant when he first became a lord, how can he still do it in the future? Some people took pity on the rank and started going downstairs. Some people feel that death is worth it and insist on not retreating, eager for Mo Xingqiao to take action. Press. Mo Xingqiao opened his lips slightly. An indescribable force squeezed Su Xiao from all directions in the air. In an instant, black flames rose up, and black armor covered Su Xiao's whole body. Nice armor. But Mo Xingqiao stood with his hands behind his back. Shock. Boom. It was like 9 heavenly thunders exploding in Su Xiao's ears, making him dizzy, his vision blurred, and his ears deafened. Even the Wujian armor had cracks. In the crowd, Milty clenched her fists, but did not rush out. Because the Lord has ordered her to give Su Luoluo's safety the highest priority and must protect Su Luoluo at all times. How? Mo Xingqiao chuckled. You were so arrogant just now, but now you don't even have the courage to take action when facing me. Cough. Su Xiao spat out a mouthful of blood. He looked at Mo Xingqiao and said hoarsely, I'm waiting for the innocent to come downstairs. There are always people who pity the hierarchy, and Su Xiao doesn't want to hurt innocent people. At this moment, Kishin Restaurant has issued an emergency crisis notice. Many people rushed out of the building despite the heavy rain, looking for shelter from the rain on the eaves of other buildings, looking up at the highest point of Kishin Restaurant. The full moon is in the sky, just reflecting in the sky of Kishin Restaurant. People who are murderous and become demons should stop pretending to be compassionate. Squeeze. Ming, trembling, kneel down. Mo Xingqiao made a secret with one hand. Suddenly, a terrifying aura enveloped Su Xiao. Su Xiao took a deep breath. He raised the scarlet wicker in his hand. Boom! A thunder struck the wicker in Su Xiao's hand. Split the mental power gathered around Su Xiao. Mo Xingqiao was shocked. Royal. An invisible mental barrier enveloped his whole body, and Mo Xingqiao felt somewhat at peace. Damn it! This building is so high that it can be struck down by lightning. Such thick lightning must have at least millions of volts. It would be uncomfortable for him if it hit his small body. Su Xiao raised her head and looked at the sky. Mediate. Compromise, forgive. This is not in line with Zudian's swordsmanship. The heaven-destroying sword Dao. We should move forward indomitably, we should be unyielding, and we should remain unswerving until death. No matter what happens, he must stick to his original beliefs. Will be the blissful fasting room. Uprooted. The first sword of the 9 heaven-destroying swords. The setting sun and thunder fall. Swish. Su Xiao waved down the wicker in her hand. The dazzling light overshadowed the thunder and lightning. Boom. It rained heavily and disappeared in an instant. The dark clouds dispersed and the stars and moon retreated. The setting sun illuminates the sky with red clouds. The dark night in Qingzhou, a moment of dusk. In this vision of heaven and earth. Amidst the shock of countless people. A flash of thunder. The 99th floor Kishin Restaurant was split open from top to bottom. It was split into 2 and fell towards both sides. My building. Qi Yun on the street cried. He had to compete in the global level rankings, so he took refuge downstairs early. Watching Qingzhou's most prosperous restaurant fall into ruins. Damn it, it's no longer a question of whether to practice it or not. Like Kishin Restaurant, it is divided into 2 parts. And Lin Zhengping, who looked excited. Mo Xingqiao turned his head stiffly and looked at Lin Zhengping's body, which had been chopped open from head to tail. Watching the 2 pieces of Lin Zhengping's body fall down at the Kishin Restaurant, they then turned into light and disappeared. Su Xiao stood in the air, looked at Mo Xingqiao who was also in the air, and said lightly. I said, the person I want to kill. No one can stop it. When Su Xiao said the same words for the second time, Mo Xingqiao felt a chill to his bones. He looked at Su Xiao and the setting sun behind Su Xiao, unable to hold back a single word. Who dares to cause trouble in our Qingzhou? An angry roar dispersed the vision of the setting sun in Qingzhou. The moonlit night returns to heaven and earth. The residents of Qingzhou woke up from their sleep in panic. Some stuck their heads out of the window to see what was going on. Some took out their mobile phones and asked online. Looking at the sunset photos taken by others, I feel incredible. The next day, the mayor of Qingzhou, Zhou Qing, stood on the balcony and looked at the rising sun. Mayor Zhou, how should we deal with Su Xiao's matter? The secretary asked. Deal with? Shouldn't you be thinking about how to reward me? This bliss house has been developed in Qingzhou for many years, and the stakes are extremely high. Even if I want to move it, I am unable to do so. Su Xiao's ability to uproot Ji Lejai is a blessing to the people of Qingzhou. Zhou Qing smiled. In that case, what about the information on the internet? The secretary asked again. Press it down. Zhou Qing took a deep breath. Suppress any news about Su Xiao. Last night's vision is not allowed to be discussed. But it has already spread on the internet. The secretary smiled bitterly. So what if it spreads? Delete all posts. Su Xiao, this is my future in Kyushu. His ability is not inferior to Yi Zichou. Zhou Qing looked into the distance. Ah, Mayor Zhou, will he also become a legend? The secretary looked shocked. A new lord who has been developing in the endless world for 7 days has the strength to defeat Mo Xingqiao. What do you think? Zhou Qing's tone was solemn. In the endless world, there are many things that can improve temporary combat power, such as sacrificial props. This is not unusual. The secretary replied. Then you can take a look at the list released by the global rankings later to see where Su Xiao ranks. Zhou Qing smiled. The ruins of Qingzhou restaurant. Daylight is dawning. The new lords were in a daze, looking at the ruins. Looking back on the battle just now, I still feel incredible. Countless masters who were hidden in Qingzhou appeared frequently. They fought with Su Xiao all night, but still could not stop Su Xiao from killing Mo Xingqiao. Level 79 Mo Xingqiao, a famous figure in Qingzhou, is dead. If you die as a non-lord, there is no possibility of resurrection. Lin Zhongping announced the dissolution of Ji Lejai. Close black lens bracket. Surprised, it turns out that Ji Lejai hides so many unknown filthiness. Close black lens bracket. Qingzhou issued a wanted order and offered a reward for the former members of Ji Lejai. Close black lens bracket. Many officials have been arrested. Don't be a shield for evil. Close black lens bracket. A huge force that had been entrenched in Qingzhou for many years collapsed overnight. Moreover, there is no news about Su Xiao. Shen Su, you are about to soar into the sky. This is too bad. The fighting was so fierce that Kishin restaurant collapsed. I heard it only took one sword. What a sword. It's obviously a wicker stick. Although there is no information about Su Xiao on Blue Star's network. But the lords can still communicate using their own Tiandao terminal. The discussion among the students in the campus group chat on Zudian Virtual Network was lively. Yi Qinghan. Su Xiao. What did he do? Yi Da's campus beauty. Su Xiao uprooted Ji Lejai yesterday. Yi Qinghan. Bliss Jai. What did he do? Of course, Lin Zhongping and Mo Xingqiao were both killed by him. It's too exaggerated. Now Lin Zhongping has been hiding in the endless world and dare not come back. Yi Qinghan. That's it. Hurry up, the global level rankings are announced. Let me see. Does it have my name? What's your name? There's a fart. At 8 a.m. on January 8, the Blue Star global rankings were announced. Recorded in history. Open black lens bracket 50-second global level ranking close black lens bracket. First place. Su Xiao, nationality of Kyushu, level 30. Close black lens bracket. Number 2. Yi Zichou, nationality of Kyushu, level 20. Close black lens bracket. Third place. William Eugene, American nationality, level 16. Close black lens bracket. Number 4. Sheridan Kyle, American nationality, level 16. Close black lens bracket. Number 5. Gustav, Tsarist Russian nationality, level 15. Close black lens bracket. Number 6. Warren Pauline, American nationality, level 15. Close black lens bracket. Number 7. Swift Maggie, British nationality, level 15. Close black lens bracket. Number 8. Orsia, Russian nationality, level 15. Close black lens bracket. Number 9. Rin Sakuragi, Japanese nationality, level 15. Close black lens bracket. Number 10. Gray Kenneth, British nationality, level 15. Close black lens bracket. Number 31. Chi Yun, nationality of Kyushu, level 15. Close black lens bracket. I'll go. Did I read that right? Level 3 or 30. Su Shen is too outrageous, he is 10 levels higher than Yi Zichou. What an exaggerated level. The world's #1 turtle even broke the highest level record of the First Lord. Yes, the First Lord, at that time, could only develop to level 20. Level 30, that means it's level 3 territory. It's only been 7 days, how can he do it? By the way, why didn't I see Chi Yun's name? Where is Alliance Leader Chi Yun? Leader Chi Yun is number 31. It's also level 15, but I didn't expect it to be so far behind. Pipe. The higher the level, the more experience points are needed. To upgrade from level 1 to level 20, 39,760 experience points are required. But to upgrade from level 1 to level 30, it costs 28,3360. What kind of concept is this? Ask Alliance Leader Chi Yun, can you bring Su Shen into the alliance? Yes, King Zhou First Alliance, how can it be without Su Shen? Thanks for watching, please like and subscribe.